Fellow Guyanese, comrades one and all, I am Oral Semple, representing the Crown Party for the local government elections that is to be held on November 12, 20. Today, we would like to look at the 7 immediate plans or goals of the Crown Party. Again, the 7 immediate plan or goals of the Crown Party. I wish to remind you that the Crown will be contesting the local government elections on November 12, 2018 in all of the municipalities and NDCs across the 10 democratic regions of Guyana, especially in Corriverton, Rose Hall, New Amsterdam, Vrenenhoop, Hopetown and Litchfield, Georgetown, Letham, Linden, Bartica, Hannah Regina, Perica, Vrenenhoop, Maja, Leg 1, Anna Regina, and in all of the other neighborhood democratic councils in all the region. And now, the 7 goals or immediate plans of the Crown Party consist of 1. The displaced individual or villages. Again, the displaced individual or villages. 2. The destitute individuals or person and villages. 3. The depressed individuals or villages. 4. The disrespected individuals and villages. 5. The disadvantaged individuals or person. 6. The disenfranchised person or villages. And 7. The domestically violence and abused person or villages. The Crown Party is focused on creating entrepreneur, employment, and economical development for all young men, young women, single parent, especially elderly care or senior citizen, and for all other adults who are displaced. Many Guyanese in all of the municipalities, neighborhood democratic councils, and villages across Guyana are displaced. They cannot give account for. The Crown Party, therefore, has developed a strategic plan for every region so that persons who are displaced would be able to experience economic increasement or growth, entrepreneurship, which will result in the creation, job creation or employment. Next, the destitute. In all of the municipalities and villages across Guyana, there are many destitute persons, even women with HIV/AIDS that are sleeping on the streets of Guyana. And many of these NGOs and volunteer groups seems not to have the answer. And so therefore the crown, the value of the crown is to create entrepreneur, employment and economical growth for all destitute persons and villages across Guyana. Thirdly, depressed person and individual and villages. In Guyana, there are many citizens who are living under depressed circumstances or depressed living circumstances in dilapidated buildings and containers and house. Therefore, the Crown Party again has designed and developed a strategic plan for every municipality, NDC, and villages in Guyana so that persons who are living under depressed circumstances will and shall be able to have good living condition or circumstances. Disrespected persons and villages. There are many disrespected individuals, especially youth, young men, young women, single parent, even senior citizen that are disrespected, not properly represented. Therefore, the Crown Party has also designed and developed a policy, a critical policy, so it will be able in a quality, quantity, measurable, meetable, and adequate way take care or sponsor for all youths, especially young men, young women, single parents, older women, and senior citizens who are disrespected, where they would be able to be respected in terms of creating employment, immediate employment, soon as we get into office. Because as I said, a plan is taking us, or we are going with a plan into office, into all of the municipalities around Guyana and the NDCs and villages, because we will restore all of the village councils across Guyana. Fifthly, the disenfranchised individuals and villages. The Crown will work with all individuals and villages so to create entrepreneurship, employment, and economic development for young women, young men, single parent, the elderly, and the families especially, because families seems to be challenged, especially in Caribbean, in Georgetown, and in places like All Boys Town here in Georgetown, in West Rumvelt, North Rumvelt, East Rumvelt, these communities in Guyana, and even in Legwan and in Perica, in Wakenham and in Supanam, all in Northwest, family seems to be challenged. Therefore, higher than the highest human thought can reach is the Crown's ideal for families and children, especially young men and even elderly person that is forced into what you call security. Many women over the age of 60 and 70 are now engaged in security services at nights when in fact they could have been at home with their children and grandchildren. Like myself, who grown up with my grandmother and with over 11 grandchildren, so I know exactly by experience what it is to live in a challenged community of familyhood. So therefore, it is the Crown's special and strategic plan targeting challenged families. And 7, importantly, is all individuals and villagers who are domestically abused or in violent situation. The Crown has developed a plan that will result in entrepreneur, employment, and economical growth for all those who are experiencing domestic violence in all form. Violence is not just physical, but in all form, like political repression or oppression. And so therefore, I wished to invite or solemnly appeal to all individuals, volunteer groups, to join the Crown so that you can make a difference, a real difference, and a lifelong or perpetual contribution first to yourself, your community, and to your family. Until then, may God richly bless our nation, Guyana.